For the past 7 years, on his YouTube channel, Custodian File, Dr. Robert Shipe in Los Angeles has been documenting a very strange, yet remarkably consistent phenomenon, a subset of the wider UAP category. These tend to be very small objects and blindingly fast. By blindingly, I mean we can hardly ever see them with our unaided eyes. Robert calls them dragons because in the beginning he thought they must be dragonflies until he realized that they're much too far away, often passing behind aircraft.
Real close. That thing came real close to the airliner. This is what's going on right in front of us. The whole point is there are these super fast objects flying right in front of us and we don't have a clue. And if it wasn't for digital cameras, we would have no clue. So this is what the discovery is all about, better cameras. Look at this. Look at this dragon flying behind the blimp right there. So that's slowed down to 12% too. Even at 12%, it's way too fast. Just like, oh my gosh.
More recently, 2 other researchers, Rob in England and John in California, have publicly joined the project, slowing video clips way down in order to catch sight of these strange swimmers through our atmosphere. Rob's channel is Undercover ET UK.
That is spectacular. Now you can see the objects here, and it is coming at the cameraman at speed, folks, at speed. And you can see it's really unconventional. Then it's like virtually invisible. Yeah, it blends in with its background really well. Look at that. I mean, that's a shot and a half right there.
What Rob captures are some kind of blazing fast creatures with apparent wings, but otherwise not shaped quite like birds or bugs. Typically they show a dark bulbous body. Rob calls them hockey pucks. On this day he was filming at a fresh crop circle.
Just another circle, exactly the same. I think this is one of the smaller ones, and then we've got a large one next door.
This thing is white and then orange-ish. They're interested in our aircraft. They go really fast and they're constantly on camera. If you slow down the footage, zoom in, you'll find them. Alright folks, this is a knot cloud for those of you new to the channel and maybe haven't seen one of these before. I don't know what it is, but it's something that mimics a cloud and looks a lot like it, but they move at an exceptional rate of speed and they're terrifically difficult to catch on camera. Yeah, but they're definitely not clouds, and that's why I call them not clouds. They're the easiest to capture when they're going from one cloud to another because of the blue sky background, as is the case here. Before we get to the real speed of these things, I want you to look at the distance involved here so you get a true appreciation for how far away these are and therefore how difficult they are to see even slowed like this. I mean, look at how far away this is. And so this arrow is pointing at the knot cloud and you can barely see it, right? And then this circle is obviously showing where the termination point is, and whether that's a cloud or not, who knows? When you're seeing something that's this far away, I mean, and then you'll see how fast it's moving. It's like no wonder nobody knows about these things. Whatever they are, they don't present like anything prosaic, and then look at this speed. I mean, this is literally a blink and miss it situation, even when you're zoomed in like this. I mean, just forget about it. If you're, down on the ground looking up at the sky, I mean, the fact that this is on camera, and we're allowed to zoom in and slow down is the only reason we're even able to appreciate that there's something going on above us like this. I mean, it's just bananas. And look at this. Yep, it's a nutbird. It pretends, and then it goes silver bullet in the middle, and then it pretends some more. And none of these captures look like a bird. It does all kinds of weird, strange stuff. Look at that. What's that? And now it's split in two somehow. And then it comes back together. And then it's into silver bullet mode. I'm out. So here it is zoomed in without the pausing. Look at this. It's like as long as you don't look too closely and too slowly, your brain will just be like, yeah, that's a bird. But the minute you slow it down and actually look at it and zoom in a bit, then you're like, wait, whoa, hold on. We're going to do it again, but on the other side. So it's silver bullet, and then it's going to go back into not bird mode and try to fool people. Look, it's dropping down now for some reason. It's not even linear. Pops back up, splits a little, sort of. I mean, this is nuts. These things are like the kings of mimicry because people see these things and they say, oh, I saw wings, therefore it's an insect. I saw antenna, therefore it's an insect. The problem is these things don't fly or move like insects. Look at this. This thing's literally moving sideways through space and at this speed. So this thing's moving at this insane rate of speed and it's moving sideways, and there's absolutely nothing aerodynamic about this presentation at all. But because it looks like it has these funky wings and antenna, our minds are perfectly accepting of the conclusion that they're insects, despite the performance differences.
So I thought, well, what if I try filming here in northern Vermont, right outside my front door? I can't imagine it could ever be this convenient. But I got a camera that shoots 120 frames per second in 4K. And luckily, I live right across from a small airport. So I figured I'd focus on planes and helicopters, just like Dr. Shipe of Custodian File. Instead, the very first time, I shoot for less than a minute when something rockets from directly behind me and off into the background. I try to be skeptical, of course, although its dark, blocky body does resemble that of the critter Rob captured in the crop circle. As the object recedes over the treetop, it seems to lose its wings, even though I understand that we can't fully trust the camera at this distance. Here are 2 more frames. I'm not using any AI enhancement, which is at least as likely to distort an image as to clarify it. I decided to stick with filming for less than a minute since it worked that first time. And I opt for even more radical convenience, sometimes shooting the yard from my window, sort of daring the phenomenon to meet me again within my personal living space. Here in the first frame, it looks like nothing aerodynamic. But as it drops down, it takes on wings. As you might imagine, questions of perspective and distance become primary to this experiment. In this case, I managed to find a landmark at a known distance, 27 feet from the window. Now, this bump on the branch, is it the subject's wingtip or not? I match up to an earlier frame, and apparently it is the wingtip. And this allows me to establish further metrics. It traveled 14 feet in 0.37 of 1 second, which comes out to a speed of 28 miles per hour. Notice too that this specimen seems to just casually drift downward, not flapping its wings, just holding them out straight. Even lower, as it emerges from behind the tree, this same posture remains, at least until it enters the shadow. Now, I'm sure that some insects can do this, but not when they're trying to produce fantastic rates of speed. This very strange non-use of wings will remind you of Latchkey Hustle's capture of the pretend bee, and recall Rob of Undercover ET UK and his crop circle playmate. And note that it too forgoes flapping, even as it somehow also blazes through the air. How is such an achievement possible? I'm finally quick enough on the draw to catch a helicopter passing overhead. And sure enough, within just moments, it is buzzed. On the first day of summer, I just randomly filmed the sky for a grand total of 29 seconds. "11 seconds later, another one shoots up out of this tree. Now this next case has to be the strangest that I've seen so far. It very obviously flaps large wings, but gradually, even given that this is slow motion. I timed it out, and it flaps just 9 times per second, which may sound fast, but not in the world of insects. Get ready to see it now at the original distance and actual speed. Are you ready? You think you're ready. So what bird flies like this? It's so hard to believe that we're even looking at the same creature at all. It moves just like an insect there, but like a bird when up close and in slow motion. I can hear some of you shouting, "Hummingbird," but they flap their wings between 50 and 70 times per second, nowhere near the 9 times of our customer here. Before turning to our last one for today, a thought as relayed to us by famous investigative reporter and leading voice in the UAP research community, Leslie Keene. For years, she has been working with British physical medium Stuart Alexander. I'm going to draw a parallel here, at least perceptually, between our typically invisible little swimmers and what Leslie calls the spirit people. She says, Stuart told me that the spirit people exist at a higher vibration. It's like taking a bamboo pole and swinging it so fast the eye can't see it anymore. The pole is still there, but it's moving too fast, vibrating too rapidly. The spirit people have to slow themselves down when they materialize. Now, of course, in our case, it's we who have to speed ourselves up to meet this subliminal ecosystem where it operates by quickening our vision through increased frame rate. This little fella zips right across in front of me. I certainly didn't see him at the time. There was nothing but, I thought, blank space.